Everyone, all the news stations are like talking about Superstorm Sandy, which was a year ago,
today,
I guess.
right?
They're
A year ago, me and Jimmy were downtown watching that water rise.
Yes, we were.
That's some scary shit. You go to the tip of Manhattan, Battery Park, and you see that water rise in front of your eyes. Remember,
and
it started coming over the shore.
Could do about it.
Yeah.
And then eventually it went down into the subways and all that.
Yeah.
We were there with all
Tunnels,
the weather people.
And that guy zipping around on the fucking jet ski.
Yeah, just enjoying the waves. And,
Crazy
and the news people just couldn't believe that someone would be out there. I'm like, he's so close to shore and he's jumping waves. What's the big deal?
This is very dangerous. We do not recommend you come out here.
Right.
If you don't have to leave your home, stay. Okay.
But they were amazed. Like, a hurricane is slowly moving toward us at that point.
Yeah.
He sees some really cool waves and he's going to jump on his jet ski and enjoy his
fun.
day. And then the news people, I don't know what it takes to do something like that.
Yeah. Superstorm Sandy. And they're looking at a year ago and what was damaged and how far they've come in the cleanup and everything else. So
I think in general they've done a pretty good job. I know there's people still suffering and people still living in hotels and whatnot, but
yeah.
considering
Seaside
what
Heights.
happened, holy shit.
Seaside Heights got pretty fucked up, and
Right.
Jersey Shore, fucking Long Island, South Shore. I went down there recently, South Shore, Long Island, and everyone's driveway just has those construction trailers parked in their driveways.
Yeah.
Just blocks and blocks of people still trying to get their fucking houses together.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Well, Godspeed, everybody.
Yeah, Godspeed. At least
Godspeed, everybody.
at least it's looking like, knock wood, we'll have a Halloween this year. Because last year, the little kiddies, Halloween was pretty much canceled last year.
All right.
Pretty much canceled. What's the matter?
That was in my wheelhouse. I had to walk around my neighborhood with my kid. It was deeply depressing.
Yeah?
Yeah, because we go to Philly because it's very homey down there for Halloween.
Literally homey.
No, no.
Oh, I see what you mean.
But it's a very it's a cool neighborhood to trick or treat in.
Yeah.
Everyone comes out. There's a few beers on the stoops.
Ooh.
It's nice.
Yeah.
And last year we were just in. I mean, I think there's one street on the Upper West Side that allows trick or treating or something. So everyone goes there, and it's just a complete and utter nightmare. Just imagine like thousands of people in one block of the city.
Yeah, that's
Maybe 2 blocks of the city.
That's annoying.
It was really annoying.
You're going to Philly this year
Yeah.
for the old trick or treats.
That's why I'm going to miss your party, and I'm going to miss Jimmy at the Beacon.
The big party.
It's a big weekend, and I'm going to be out of town.
Oh yeah.
It's more fun for a kid to go house to house, I think.
Oh yeah, I actually enjoy it too. It's kind of cool.
I think going around and seeing people walk, something about walking through the neighborhood, it just feels like it's a weird reality when it's Halloween.
Yeah.
Like everyone's wearing weird costumes. It's like in your building, it just doesn't have the same feeling.
They're
Get in the elevator.
riding the fucking elevators. Yeah.
I forgot. Thank you. That's how unforgettable it was. We actually did trick or treat in the building last year. Something I thought I would never have to do.
Yeah.
Because we did the crowded street. That was shitty. Then we came home, and then we walked the floors. It was so. Oh my God, these city kids. I got to get my kids out of here.
Yeah, they got to be raised in a nice suburban setting.
They're going down stairwells from floor to floor, and some of the floors were set up nice where they like turn off all the lights and make it a little spooky.
Ooh.
But
Did they do that? That's kinda cool.
Some did in my building, but most were just like,
Oh, the elevator door opens and some guy, oh, look, it's a little ghost.
right,
Oh, hello.
we're knocking on doors and they're just
Yeah.
coming out, and it's just like, it's not the same. It's not the same of kind of, remember growing up with those shitty plastic masks.
Yeah.
You smell your own bad breath, your hands, because it used to be cold.
Used to be cold. I don't
For
know how.
Halloween, remember you would almost feel like you were getting frostbite on your fingertips.
And the snot would run down your nose, but
Right.
you couldn't wipe it because you had the dumb plastic mask on.
Right. And then you did the intel because someone would go, "Hey man, we've done this break, but it's worth almost doing every year. Hey man, they're giving out the good shit,
Good candy.
And they would give a number,
Full-size Milky Ways.
and then everyone would run there, and of course they don't have them anymore.
Yeah, so you have to throw eggs
Right.
and fuck up the poor old lady's house because she ran out of candy for being nice.
Of course you have to.
I like
you
giving
have
Lorna Doones. Those are a marvelous cookie to give to a child.
Just fucking busted up sand on the bottom of some kid's
Remember that?
bag.
I just don't. I mean, we're going into hack material, but I don't understand why they make candy corn. Who eats that?
Yeah, it's just disgusting.
Everyone tries it because it's around, and it looks like it should be way better than it is.
Waxy,
It's
flavorless
horrendous.
shit.
How are they in business?
I don't know. You can't give away that.
How are the
shit.
candy corn people in business?
Just go. You know what? They make so much good shit now.
Really good shit.
You can just go to the store, buy bags and bags of little mini fucking
The Mary Janes, the candy corns,
Mary Jane's.
another horrendous
Old
candy.
is that?
But the bit is a little different this year. It's
It's like wrapped in parchment.
right. Why the fuck are they still making those candies
Yeah.
if no one likes them?
No.
I don't understand.
Yeah, they still fucking hammed them out.
I'm going to throw one out there. It might be a little controversial.
Uh-oh.
The Tootsie Roll.
Yeah, I don't know. People still digging the Tootsie
I don't
Roll.
dig a Tootsie Roll. Never.
I don't know what it is. It's not chocolate.
Do you like a Tootsie Roll?
I'll eat a Tootsie Roll.
Well,
I don't necessarily like a Tootsie
I think that's
Roll.
how their business is getting by. People will eat a Tootsie Roll, but they're not enjoying a Tootsie Roll.
I don't go out of my way to get a Tootsie Roll. I'd
No.
rather have a fucking, a nice piece of real chocolate.
Right.
I don't know what a Tootsie Roll is. Is it supposed to be chocolate?
I don't know, but if you
The
go,
fuck is it?
but if you go in a candy store, you're going to pass up everything else to reach for the Tootsie Roll?
No. No.
Of course not.
Tootsie Roll. What a dumb name, too. You can tell how old the candy is by the name.
Toots.
Toots.
Hey, Toots.
Toots. Some old fucking gangster was being shit on by a flapper back in the 20s. Hey, look. A Tootsie Roll.
Good old Halloween. That means Thanksgiving and Christmas. Or how does that happen?
I know. This is
Wasn't
the
I
big
just on a beach making
trifecta.
fucking holes for fires?
I hear you.
Fuck.
It goes pretty quickly.
This time of year, especially, it just is one after another.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not a fall kind of guy.
No,
No, that's fall is for people that are like, I like waking up early, getting out in the brisk, crisp weather. You inhale that brisk, crisp, cold air. Fuck you. I love the heat.
I like to change the seasons for real.
No.
I laugh at everyone on Facebook that says, "Oh, fall is my favorite time of year."
Yeah, shut it.
It's everyone's favorite time of year.
Not me.
And I'm talking about the masses.
Summer is king.
Summer's the
Pool,
shit.
Fucking outside. It's light out late. You're grilling. You're fucking drinking outside. It's just great. Then fall comes around and fucking close up everything. The landscapers came yesterday. It was like they were making a fire break in my yard. They cut every piece of vegetation down.
Why?
Because that's what they do. They cut everything down and fucking haul it out of there. And now it just looks like a barren, shitty backyard that I got to stare at until spring.
Why do they cut everything down?
I guess that's what they do, just to make
keep
way
everything
for
healthy?
Yeah, keep it nice, and then next year it all grows back.
Oh.
But yeah,
The sugar daddy. John of
remember
Long Island.
that's another old
think
school.
Well, I've been called
fucking-
that many times.
Yeah, hey, sugar daddy.
John of Long Island.
Ugh.
Yeah, remember the sugar daddies? They used to get so hot and sticky, and you'd peel it off, and the paper would stick to the sugar daddy. But you ate it anyhow.
Yeah.
They were like the best. I love them things.
Oh, you like the sugar daddy?
I loved them. They were great. They were so
You could
good.
pull
Like, I
out
used to take
3
my
fillings in one bite with a sugar daddy.
And possibly a tooth.
If you try
the whole
to-
fucking tooth.
Yeah, if you put the sugar daddy back by your molars and
Right.
bit down on it,
Yeah.
it wasn't coming out without ripping pieces of your fucking teeth, gums, fucking. You could do your own root canal with a sugar daddy. Fucking horrible. I don't know what it's made of.
Yeah.
Concrete.
Call up with your favorite candy, everybody. Time for Halloween. All right, brother.
Good shit. Have a good day.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, we try to change it up a little bit. I'm just amazed some of these fucking candies are still in business. That's all.
Yeah.
That was just my dumb little point.
I mean, Jesus, I remember trick or treating and getting like some horrendously old candy. And we've talked about that. The wax bottles filled up with the colored liquid.
What's the
Like you don't even know what it was. It looked like a little 6-pack of soda bottles,
Right.
But they were wax, and you bit the top off and sucked out
That's old school.
this red dye number 5 cancer agent.
And then you just chew the wax like it's gum.
Yeah, I'm chewing wax.
That's what us poor people did because we couldn't afford the gum.
The wax teeth. You'd put in the wax
I never
teeth
did wax
and then
teeth.
eat
That
it.
was dumb.
The wax teeth. You'd put it on. It was big lips and fucking wax teeth.
Right.
And I always got, hello, howdy there. Yeah.
What about that mothball-y candy?
Oh,
The fucking
The malted milk.
Malted milk, yeah.
oh
Malted.
god, that shit sucked.
I would just continuously pop those in my mouth, though.
Really?
It made a unique crunchy sound. Yeah, it was very light and airy.
And why didn't our stupid generation, discover dark chocolate?
We had the cheapest chocolate ever. It was all cheap chocolate.
What was the problem with the people around us? They didn't understand that dark chocolate is pretty fucking tasty.
I just wanted regular old chocolate, and you bring out this gourmet shit.
I don't like dark chocolate
I
at all.
love
It's too
dark
weird. It's just
chocolate.
kind of weird.
Especially when they mix it up with a little shit, a little bit. I'm working on a caramel one right now
Yeah, that's fine. Or some
with some
peanuts.
sea salt.
A little ghetto, but I like your basic flat, dumb Hershey bar.
Yeah,
You know,
true.
a weird little texture.
What about the Junior Mint?
Ooh, it's delicious. It's very refreshing.
You can only have like 2 or 3.
Yeah,
It's kind of obnoxious.
I like a good junior mint.
Do you?
It's a junior mint. Yeah,
Was that Kramer?
yeah. It was. It's very refreshing. That's when he flicked it up to give it to Jerry, and it flipped out and went into the guy having surgery, and actually cured one of his ailments. Yeah, it was a fun one. The junior mint.
I'm trying to get rid of a 20-plus year coffee habit.
How's that working out?
Probably because that's probably why I'm feeling fluey, by the way. Because if you look it up online, man, trying to get off caffeine is a motherfucker. And someone suggested green tea with brown rice.
The fuck is that?
Probably because you're vomiting and you don't think of drinking anything.
I can't possibly be
And
a
that's
good alternate.
So I've been drinking like Starbucks green tea, which I just don't like. It makes me fucking nauseous and shit. So
Yeah.
this is horrible. How am I going to get off coffee? I'm trying to find something I could drink in its place.
Wait, that's green tea.
green tea with brown rice.
Wait, what
roasted brown rice?
Roasted brown rice in the tea.
Yeah, I guess in the tea bags.
All right, that's crazy now. Now that's just some crazy
Someone said
shit.
Someone says it tastes much better than just regular green tea.
What's wrong with
Coffee?
No, what's wrong with like regular tea?
don't
Still
feel-
the caffeine?
I don't feel like feeling my fucking veins every morning anymore.
What
Too much
about-
coffee over the years.
What about decaf?
Decaf coffee?
Yeah, have some Sanka.
That might work.
Sanka.
But decaf coffee just blows. You
Yeah.
can tell the difference. I don't know.
Some of that taster's choice.
But this getting off coffee thing is brutal.
Yeah.
It's fucking brutal. I knocked it all the way down to one tiny small cup of coffee a day. I used to do 4 or 5 huge fucking cups a day.
I'll enjoy a good espresso with dinner, but
You're not a coffee drinker. You're
not
lucky.
a coffee drinker whatsoever.
You are lucky, my friend.
Like a little tea with honey when I'm feeling a little under the weather.
Yeah. Maybe honey will jack this shit up. Isn't honey a superfood?
You know, honey is pretty good shit right there.
I got turned on to peanut butter and honey sandwiches this summer.
Oof, okay, no.
They're fucking pretty damn good.
Honey's weird with bread.
Pretty damn good. You put it with some peanut butter. That they were made for each other.
By the way, I don't know where people are getting honey these days because there are no bees left. I don't know what happened. That's another thing I remember from my youth. Do you remember in the summer?
I'm laughing. The line's hilarious, but your face. That's why
I'm
we got
horrified.
That's why we got to have a visual. Your
I'm
face.
horrified.
Like you just saw a ghost.
When you were a kid, and I know you know this, by any trash can in the summer where kids are throwing their Coke cans and fucking cake and shit like that,
Their ice cream.
there
pops
would
and
be
all that, right.
a fucking mob of dangerous bees.
Right.
Buzzing about the garbage pails. City streets, even on the corner during the summer. Again, dangerous bees everywhere. Now you don't even see them buzzing around your garbage.
When you do see one, you completely freak out because you're not used to seeing them anymore.
Yes.
Yeah.
Again, my backyard during the summer is very, very flowery. Lots of flowers and fauna. And nary a bee to be found.
Really?
Yeah. Doing their old pollination thing.
They say the bees are going away because the cell phone towers or something?
Is that what they...
I thought they didn't
finally,
know. Oh, it's them.
They're finally starting to figure it out. Supposedly it's the cell phone towers are fucking up their shit.
Wow.
Confused and stuff.
I have no idea what it is.
Not good if we lose the bees. You know that, right?
Bees are pretty important.
Worse if we lose phones.
The ecosystem. Yeah, fuck the bees if it becomes between our phones and bees.
That was part of being a kid, too, just battling the yellow jackets.
Battling bees.
And the bees and whatnot.
You were in a constant battle with fucking bees trying not to get stung.
Remember the floaty wasps? I call them the floaty wasps, where they had that extra part and they would just kind of hover.
And their legs would swing back and forth. Their giant legs hanging down. They were frightening.
You would take a yellow jacket sting easy. That wasp shit
I was petrified.
Would scare the fuck out of you.
I was petrified of getting stung by anything.
You got stung as a kid, right? We all did.
Oh, yeah. And boy, I swear, the screams I would let out when I got stung.
The worst.
Running home.
The worst.
My father would, of course, call me a faggot and tell me to, put some ice on it. And then I'd have to run to mommy, because she would give me a little sympathy.
She would give you a tip.
He got stung by a bee, Joey. Fucking bee. Who gives a shit, bro?
Jesus. You're just a kid.
That was my summer. But as a kid, it was like you were battling monsters in your yard.
Right.
It was a monster that could hurt you.
Absolutely.
Fucking bees. And now...
they're going away.
They're not even around. I don't know what happened to them. Godspeed, bee. Godspeed.
We used to catch them in jars.
Oh, yeah.
I'm so afraid of them now, but when I was a kid...
You would catch bees in a jar.
I would catch a jar and go down to the grass. And I remember... We would see who could get the most bees randomly in a jar. And I remember I got 43 into a jar because I kept thinking the next one was Reggie Jackson's number, 44. And I couldn't get the last one.
Did it bother you?
I don't remember if I got it or not. But
now, were you the guy that would catch the bees and the top of the dandelion in the jar at the same time?
Yeah, sometimes you had to. No. It was a wasp or whatever.
I wouldn't like any flora in my jar. I wanted just bees.
Yeah, reach in and pull it out then. What am I tell you?
No, you had to wait till he flew up a little in there. Clunk, clunk, clunk.
No, it was hard to do when you have a jar full of bees.
That was part of the fucking intrigue of the whole game.
I don't think we did bees. We did fireflies.
Oh, they can't hurt you.
Yeah, you can catch them with your cockhead.
Cool. Run around the yard with a jar full of fireflies, and then you got bored and put the jar down. And next morning, they're all dead. You're just a loser fucking kid that doesn't have any awareness yet.
How horrific is that for the poor bug? Like, what happened? It was flying around.
What about
the dome?
What about killing it afternoon? Just burning fucking ants.
Burning ants or any other bug with a magnifying glass. Like a big giant monster.
Just being a fucking unaware idiot.
Yeah.
I saw something online with these Japanese hornets that we've all seen.
Oh,
and there was a guy
crazy.
But this guy makes this potion out of them. And he's like one of these 80-year-old Japanese guys who's fearless. And he was just standing like where these Japanese hornets were. And he was catching them with this net. Just like no mask, nothing. Just, net to catch bee. These thumb-sized hornets. And he had a jar of honey, and he takes the hornet, and he opens the net over the jar of honey, and he taps it until the hornet falls into the jar of honey. And he would get like 6 or 7 of them from this little mini, cluster of them that was floating around.
I would assume they would die in the honey.
But some of them, they slowly suffocate, and they can't get out. It's really kind of cruel.
Of course it is.
But it makes like this elixir or something in Japan.
To make their dicks hard.
Exactly. It is one of those dumb things.
Of course.
And he said
so they get pixelated out in pictures.
Some of them take 10 hours, they said, to actually, before they will give up fighting to get out. And then you watch these things struggle.
Right.
And you actually feel bad for these shitty hornets.
Yeah, you shouldn't do that to any living creature.
Just flick its head.
It's me. Yeah. Cut his little dumb fucking head off. His little triangular fucking head.
Let's go to Max. He wants to talk about the phone towers and bees. Max.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Hey, Max.
Appreciate you taking my call.
Yeah.
I was working on cell phone towers in Ohio for a little bit there, and when you're up in the towers, just swarms and swarms of bees. They're attracted to the RF signals.
Oh, maybe they're up there, and they get radiation poisoning and die.
Yeah. Then what happens?
I mean, they'll be about 400, 500 feet up in the air, just swarming the towers. They build nests up there. It's insane.
Oh, no, they built that. That must suck for you guys.
Oh, man.
Oh, it's terrible when you're trying to change out an antenna, hanging over the edge, getting attacked by bees.
So wait, where would the bees, like if the antenna's hanging over the edge, where would they nest?
Up there we got pipes and platforms, so it's basically just like a house almost. They'll just be all over there.
Wait, you're not scared of heights, obviously.
I was.
400 to 500 feet in the air, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty intense.
Holy shit.
pretty fucking
That's crazy.
Scary job right
Did you get
there.
stung?
A couple times. My foreman was up at 1,200 feet, and there were bees up there, too.
So what did, how do you get rid of them, or do you smoke them out, or what do you do?
We didn't really have anything to counteract them up there.
So you're just working with in a bee nest? Fuck that.
Yeah, just go up there, kill some time, come back down and go, okay, I took care of what needed to be done.
Yeah.
You go check.
Get yourself a can of Raid.
Right.
Go up there with some Raid. We used to have to do that in attics when we were working, and there was a bee's nest in the attic you were working on. You go up there with some Raid and just start spraying it at the nest, and the bees would go crazy for a little while. Oh, scary.
Oh, no way.
You're in a tight, confined, hot space with bees. Oh, nasty.
I love those fucking remember years ago it was just regular Raid, and then they designed the Wasp can, which was like a fucking fire. I guess because they realized that you're 8 inches away, something's gonna get to you.
Yeah, you could go pretty far away, and just that stream would come out of that funnel-shaped nozzle.
Yeah,
yeah.
Tsunami of chemicals.
I work at like an anti-aircraft gun. You could track them as they're flying. Oh, it was a lot of fun.
It's a great weapon too.
Yeah. Like someone's face.
You want some bee stories?
Yeah, I love bee stories.
Sure?
Man.
All right, let's go to Dutch in Connecticut. Dutch.
Hey, buddies. Being a typical kid, we had a nest like just under my sister's window in her room, and I thought I'd help my dad by spraying them. And I tried the Raid thing, but then I found like if you light a match, like hairspray, I thought that would help. And it hit the hive, and next thing I know, it kind of started catching the house and the garage. And my dad was a defense instructor in the Marine Corps, Anthony.
Yeah.
He made your dad look like a fucking saint, all right? When I had to go to explain to him that the house was on fire, it didn't go over very well, to say the least.
Nah, I wouldn't say. Those fucking bees nests, they're made of paper. What are you doing? Of course it's going to catch on fire.
It just seemed to make sense. It was
Paper
like,
and wax. Bees wax in there. That's like a fucking flammable combination right there.
It's a flamethrower. It's perfect. They're coming out. They're flying out of the hive on fire. I feel pretty good till I look up. And in my sister's room, like the flames are starting to come out of the room, and I got to go tell my dad.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Punch it out, boys.
All right. Thanks, Dutch. Let's say hi to Darren in Texas.
Hey, what's up, guys? How are you?
Hey.
We're just kind of chilling out, talking about bees.
Talking about bees. Well, there's I just moved to this total shitneck little town in the middle of nowhere, Texas, and apparently everybody here in this town is some form of beekeeper.
Oh.
And they collect all this local honey, and I know they distribute it or whatever, but everybody in this town is like a bee wrangler.
Yeah, I guess there's beekeepers and stuff, and that's where the honey and shit comes from, but it seems like the wild bees are just not as numerous.
No.
Not as plentiful.
Well, they're definitely not as prominent, but they are talking about how our planet is supposed to be, repollinating itself.
Oh, yeah?
So they have plans in place, but the bees are never going to fully go away.
Well, I hope not.
Well, we knew a guy.
And this has been a thrilling topic, and I know you can enjoy the fuck out of my conversation this morning.
Well, we knew a guy
Thanks,
actually
Darren.
who had bees when he would do he had hives and stuff.
Yeah.
But there was this one cruel kid that he would bring his stupid cart of honey jars around, and this guy just took his honey jars and dropped them on the ground and broke them.
Oh, that's very mean.
Yeah, it was very mean. They make a thud, a dull, thick thud with me.
Thick fucking thud of the honey jar busting open on the ground.
Hey, Toma!
Toma got his.
Boy, did he. He made Red and those guys come to his house, and then he fucking yanked the beehives, and they all got stung.
Yes. They weren't very happy with that.
Well, you got the Red Sox one game away from the old World Series there.
Win. What
are you talking about?
What?
What are you talking about?
Well, I'm talking about the Red Sox.
One
Red
win
Sox
away from
fever
winning
up
the
there.
World Series?
Yeah.
Sox go boom. Playoffs now. Valentine fired. Fans cheering loud. Fenway Park. Big Papi. Play is back with Gomes and Napoli. Pitching staff with Lester's K's. And our bats go pow, pow, pow. But there's one sound
what is that?
we all know. What does the Sox say? Win, 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 win. What does the Sox say? Beer, 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 beer. What does the Sox say? Green, 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 monster. Green, 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 monster. Green, 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 roar. Green, 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 monster.
Wow.
There you go.
Fucking hilarious.
Wow. What an awful. Why did Boston have to go so far? All the way to the World Series. Now they could wrap it up with one more game.
It's those creepy beards. When did they start growing them?
That is really fucking stupid. They look like Al Qaeda. They look Amish.
And now they're shaving their heads on top of it.
Fucking. It's just a.
It used to be a playoff beard. When did they start? Like last year, they started growing beards.
Yeah.
Those beards look like a year old, right?
They look like degenerates. I like a good team, but like the Yankees, all nice, well groomed.
I like the beard thing. Look at that shit.
Fucking.
They ain't fucking around. Look at that.
Steinbrenner used to tell those boys, you keep your hair fucking tight and none of them beards.
Holy shit, we're looking at pictures.
They
It's
fucking just look
unbelievable.
like filthy hillbillies.
What happened? When did they decide? Does anyone know?
I don't know.
Because
Some
that's
people
not
can
just a
grow beards
playoff
pretty
beard.
quickly.
I don't know. That seems like...
Yeah, they must have started at the beginning of the season at least. Oh, no, that beard's got to be fucking...
Yeah, that's a beginning of the season
That's
beard right there.
ridiculous.
Right?
That looks like fucking 2 years. That guy can grow a fucking Saint Nick beard. That's young Saint Nick. That's Chris Kringle.
And then, of course, you got to shave your head after you got the big beard.
Oh, God.
Do you find it fun when they do the crowd shots and people have the fake beards on?
Fake beards on.
Ew, do they?
Oh, yeah,
yuck.
that's a thing. That's a thing now with
Oh, boo.
Boston fans. It doesn't look like old St. Lou has a shot here, huh?
I don't think so.
Come on, St.
Going back
Louis.
to Fenway.
Going back to Fenway, and,
Yeah.
and Boston only needs one.
Is it 3-1 or 3-2?
3-1.
It's bad.
That's bad, right?
You know how I knew they lost again? Because I follow Geezer Butler on Twitter, and he lives, I think, in St. Louis, which is a weird place for Geezer Butler to live.
Right.
But he was tweeting about the bloody Cardinals, and that's how I knew that they lost.
There you go.
I follow my baseball through fucking a British bassist.
Yeah.
That shows you how far removed I am from sports.
All right, well, that sucked. To hear the Opie and Anthony Show 5 days a week live on satellite radio, online on your phone or tablet, or even on demand, go to SiriusXM.com. Also, interact with the Opie and Anthony Show on Twitter, @Opie Radio, @Anthony Cumia, and @Jim Norton.